Hi, it's Megan. Yes, I have no eye makeup on. I decided to do this video, which is on the YSL new fall collection, Kajal in Bleu Petrole. I decided to do it as a get ready with me video and also talk about the collection while I'm doing it. And the reason I'm doing that is just because Kajals, I think, can be a little confusing in how to use them and what to do with them. So I figured I would do two looks. So I'm going to do one on one eye, one on the other. And while I'm doing the look, I'm going to talk about the collection and then also give you some tips on how to use a Kajal, because they're one of my favorite products. And Laura Mercier also has a new Kajal out in black, and so I'm going to use that one in this video as well, although I'm going to do a separate video for that. I kind of can't play with both the black and the blue at the same time and do videos at the same time. So anyway, so they have this pretty rock, something like that, collection out for fall 2015. This is YSL. And there's a palette. There are 4 Kajals. There's the blue that I have, which is kind of like the Bleu Petrole. It's a blue-green, really kind of very well balanced between the two, though maybe a little bit more blue than green. It's a deep, rich color, and I'll show you right now. They have kind of a shimmery olive green, which I've ordered but don't have yet. They have another blue. So this is what it looks like. This is the Kajal tip, which is really bright electric kind of a blue, maybe a lapis, which I have not ordered, and I have a black. So this is the one I'm going to do today, the Bleu Petrole. And then also in the collection, so they've got the palette, they've got an eyebrow thingamajig, they've got 2 lip glosses, one of which I've ordered. They're gorgeous. They have these amazing shimmer two-tone. I know everyone's going for the purple one. I actually went for the lighter, the pink one. I thought they're both just gorgeous. There are 3 lip shades, fuchsia, letter pink, and a red with a little bit of a sparkle not duochrome exactly, dual look to them. I like those. They're sheer. I didn't love them. And then I think that's it. So I have the palette, another one of these Kajals on order, and a lip gloss, because I really like this collection a lot. So what YSL says about, okay, it's pretty metal, that's what it is. $35 for one of these, and they say ultra pigmented eye pencil, uses a 3-in-1 eyeliner, kohl, and smoky eyeshadow for 12-hour wear. Yves Saint Laurent introduces the innovative Couture Kajal. The ultra creamy and blendable texture glides on smoothly and precisely. From fine to thick lines, used along the waterline or in the exterior of the eye. Never need to sharpen. Its unique shape allows its point to always be perfectly sharp. Available in 4 ultra pigmented Couture shades for an intense color payoff. So one thing I would warn you about, I've done a bunch of videos before on Kajals. I don't think I've done one which is like a get ready with me. Don't drop them. I dropped one and the tip breaks off, and that's that. You can't sharpen these. These don't last 12 hours on me. With Kajals, a lot of times it's it's kind of a blended, smudgy, soft look as opposed to like a hard line. So these last a good 8-9 hours on me without eyeshadow primer. Plus there's that carryover where it's still there, it's just not quite as flawless. But it's a smudgy look, it's not like a hard line, and I've never actually tried to get them to last as a hard line. I think it's an amazingly pretty look, so I'm going to show you how I do it. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to apply along the side of the Kajal like that. And I've been having problems with my camera, so this is actually the second time I've shot this video. So I'm taking it as a hint. I should have done a better job. So as you see, I'm kind of brushing it, and you can start on the upper or whatever, lower. But I like starting on the lower. And then the thing that's really important in my opinion with Kajals is you're trying to get kind of a smudgy, smoky look. It's really important to line that inner part of the eye. The nice thing about Kajals is even if you mess up, they're so blendable. You can fix it really easily. And I know last time I shot this video, God, I made some awful mistakes. But then I fixed it. So anyway, you draw a line like this. Then pencils to smudge. No, not pencils. Brushes to smudge. This is called a smoky eye brush. It's got a little point at the end. You can use something like this. This is a very fine eyeliner brush. You can use something like this. This you can use later when I do the other eye. I'm going to try to smudge it all over the lid, and this is a wide, regular eyeshadow brush. There's a little short, stiff eyeshadow brush like this. And then I have this Urban Decay brush, which was meant originally for their eyeliners. This is what I'm going to use right here. It's meant to smudge their eyeliners. So once you do that, you smudge, and we're actually going to go back and put a little bit more on. I just want to start with the basic smudging and just kind of defining the eye. And you can kind of smudge it as much as you like. I like it super smudgy, and then I like to go back a second time and add a little bit more color, but that's kind of a personal thing. Now I'm going to take the Kajal again, and then I'm going to take the black. So at this point now, I'm going to put it right on the waterline. What you don't want with a Kajal is you don't want the skin, since we're going for a smoky, smudgy look, you don't want the skin color peeking through. So now I'm going to just apply a little bit heavier to get a little bit more of it. It looks really like intense and a lot of color, but once we blend it, it won't be. And see, I made a mistake right there, and I cheat and I use a little tip, which you're not supposed to do, but whatever. You cheat once in a while, it's not gonna be a big deal. Now we're gonna get the black. Looks so blue right now. Looks like I fight with a blue eyeliner. And now I'm putting the black from the Laura Mercier in the upper waterline and into the corner. That inner corner with Kajals is super important in my opinion, because that's the look you're going for, right? That's super smoky. Now where's my brush? We're gonna blend again. And so once you start blending, it just totally softens the look. Now, one thing you can do if you like is build up, got my black instead of my blue, is build up a little bit right here in the outer corner, and then just smudge it. And then what I do is I'm using the L'Oreal Manga lipstick mascara, just because I really love it. With a Kajal, I think that you need a dramatic lash look, and this mascara is going to give it to you. I don't do two coats like they say that I do, get those Manga separated lashes. So this is actually how I use the YSL in Bleu Petrole. I just do a simple look like this. What I also have on my face, just so you know, I have a Face Shop Coral Cushion Blush. It's just a really soft peach. And then I also have the Dose of Colors. This is in Poise, which is a nude that works on me. And it's kind of, I like with blues using the orange peach coral undertone lips and cheek. And I like it kind of matte, and just really the focus is on the eyes. So, kind of nudish or peachy lips and cheeks. But you can also do pinks if you have a cooler undertone. It doesn't really matter. I think the secret is if you're playing up the eyes, you want to do something especially softer, maybe matte on the lips and cheeks. A little shimmer is okay, but not too much, because you're playing up those eyes. All right, now for the other eye, this is where it's going to get a little bit more fun. So we take the blue again. Actually, we're not going to start with blue. We're going to start with black, because this one we're going to go a little bit more dramatic. So let's start with wiping away what's under my eye on the right eye, and then we're going to go to the left eye. And like I said, that's one of the really great things about these Kajals, is that you can just wipe away all your mistakes because they're so soft and blendy. And a lot of Kajals don't wear that well. I was really impressed with the YSL. I haven't really worn the Laura Mercier yet long enough to know. So what I'm doing is I'm lining the upper and lower waterline first with black, because it's going to be a much more dramatic look. When you mess it away, you just mess it up, you wipe it away. And I use the black with things like blues, purples, pinks. I always use a little bit of black. See, my eyes starting to water up. What happens when you put things in your eye like that? When I wear a blue or a pink or a purple and green, I find that if I put a brown or a black, I just get much better definition. It doesn't look kind of as much overdone. It looks a lot more appropriate. So now I'm just using the side of the kohl. And because it's so blendy again, I don't actually have to be perfect in the application, which is good because I'm not. But what we're trying to do is we're gonna line the eye. And I have a harder time, honestly, with my left eye than my right. And you can see what a mess that is, right? But it will get cleaned up, I promise. The black is always going to blend a little bit on both eyes. Since we've got the black up here, it's going to blend a little bit down here. And it's going to blend also with this one right here. Now, this is where you can use a brush like this as well. And so I'll do it just so you can show you. Just to kind of smooth and diffuse. I tend not to like bigger brushes. I tend to like the really small ones just because they give me so much more control over where things go. So I get a little freaked out when I start trying to use bigger brushes. So that's not enough color. But what we're basically trying to do is get it into the crease. And now I'm going to fix it so that we have a little bit more in the outer corner, and then heading up here, and then I'm going to darken a little bit, and then I'm going to actually line it. You can line it up here with either the blue or the black, and I'm going to do it with the blue just because I like that look better. But first we're going to get it into the crease and right in the outer corner and smudged up like that. And then that. What I'm not liking right now is I feel like my inner corner doesn't have enough of the blue. Right, we've got the black on the inner part of the eye, but then I want to put the blue on the outer part. And then again, smudge. And then I'm going to line this a little bit more with the blue, but you can also do the black for a slightly more dramatic line. And so this is just a little bit darker than what's on the eyelid. And the eyelid is darker this time around than it was in my last video. And I'm going to keep it that way, but you can smudge that away so that the blue right in here is more subtle. Again, always smudge. You can use these just as a line, but I just think they're so much prettier when they're smudged. And they're supposed to be smudged too. Now I'm using as a mirror the Urban Decay, cleaning up with my finger. You can use a wipe or you can use your finger like I do, whatever. I'm using the Urban Decay Limited Vice palette from last year, and that's because there's a color crystal, like this, which I want to put into the crease. And so this is like a shimmery shade that's going to soften the look a little bit, and I'm going to take it up a little bit. So we're getting a little bit of a gradation in the color and a little bit of shimmer in the crease and going up a little bit. So it's darker here, a little bit lighter up here. And then blend. You can use a brush or you can use your finger, whatever you like. I like my finger. Then we're going to do the mascara. And you'll see, so we've got one that's a little bit more natural. I actually wear this all the time, just as like a day look, believe it or not. And then the other one just has a really amazing dramatic. I always feel like with the Kajals, until you put the mascara on, they kind of don't work. But once you put the mascara on, it's like, wow, there's a total pop of your eye. And so you see, the eyes just, I don't know, I'm looking at the camera on the side because that's where I can see it. The eyes, my eyes just pop, but then the fact that I've got kind of a more neutral lip and cheek makes it pop even more because they're the total focus. So this one right here has a lot more black, and you could actually, let's line in black too. This one's just a day look. Let's just play with the black one more time. Since I keep shooting these videos over and over again, I may as well. Let's put more black on the top. So here, I don't look good with a hard line of black. So I'm just going to put this, and it's harder once the mascara is on, but that's okay. right kind of as close to the lashes as I can. And then into the crease. And that's where this really fine tip actually works great. For something like this, again with a Kajal, until you blend it, you really don't know what it looks like. What's going to be my favorite video is when I do Laura Mercier in the black and just kind of really go for the smoky, smoky black, which has been my summer look, although not with that. And then you just smudge the black again, and there we go. Now you get the black just really more dramatic with the blue. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I will have other things in this collection in other videos. I would love feedback, thoughts, suggestions. If you have other Kajals you like, I'm actually stocking this one on eBay right now, which is like $5 from Egypt, which I'm just not sure I want to put in my waterline. But if you've tried any other Kajals, I'd love to hear about them. And please subscribe on YouTube. It really does help me a lot. Thank you.